Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am Dr. Vernita Glenn White, and I go by Dr. V. I am the CEO and founder of Glenn White Global Solutions. I am also a strategic transformational coach, and I believe in providing practical solutions to complex situations. And I do that through my training and development company, through coaching, consulting, speaking, and offering digital programs for individuals and for groups. So let me tell you a little bit of why I want to start this work. I started off as a K-12 teacher teaching mathematics, and then I moved up the ladder wanting to be the U.S. Secretary of Education. And then all of a sudden I got the urge to get a PhD in mathematics, right? Who does that? And then during my time of working at the collegiate level, I started working with students and people who were preparing to be leaders and educators about all things mathematics, and then it slowly went into culturally responsive teaching and pedagogy, and then we talked about leadership, and then I got contracted to work with some universities. And underneath all of that great work that I've done, speaking across the country, writing, and everything like that, I realized that there was an underlying issue. It was personal development. And sometimes people hear personal development and they think, oh, woo woo, I don't want to do all of that. They think therapy, which is definitely not the case, totally different. And we do a lot of professional development, but not a lot of personal development. So I spent a lot of time working on myself to understand me and why I was able to get to a certain level of success in my professional life, and then I plateaued, and then why was my personal life falling apart? So I went and combined those two, and after doing the work on myself, I did a little experiment with my students, and then that experiment led to the university contracts, and then that also led to me being contracted with some of the largest public schools districts in the country. And guess what? You would think they wanted to know about mathematics. That wasn't it. And I did mention culturally responsiveness and things like that. That was part of it, but that wasn't it either. We got to who are you as a person? What are your core values? What are your beliefs? And then what is keeping you from moving to that next level professionally? And it blew their minds, because I remember a gentleman saying he was 40 years old. He had gotten to this level of his career and he didn't even realize who he was until we did a series of exercises. And that led me to taking personal development and professional development a step further. That's why I believe in being strategic about transformational work, because you can do all of your personal development and have a great personal life, and then you can do all of your professional development and have a great professional life, but the two need to come together so you can transform your entire life, because your career and your business will only go so far as your personal growth. And you can have an amazing personal life, but if you're not feeling fulfilled at work or in your business, what's the point? So instead of just having like sit down conversations and kumbaya moments, which some of those are great, what are some things that we can actually do? What are some exercises and some action steps that we can take to make sure that we're being our most brilliant selves? And then that leads me to this movement that I am putting out there, Embracing Brilliance. And I wrote about embracing grit for greatness in my book. And my book is available on Amazon, Embracing Grit for Greatness, Becoming Professionally Powerful Through Personal Environment. It is on Amazon, but guess what? You get a free sample if you go to embracinggritforgreatnessbook.com, embracinggritforgreatnessbook.com. So you get a free sample so you can get a little feel about what I talk about. I do talk about my journey and my story, especially how I was depressed and everything, and going through my PhD program, and how that led me to even being depressed and not performing at my highest level as a college professor, until I did a lot of work and found the root of the problem. And then I was able to skyrocket in that career, and so many opportunities came for me. But I don't want to just tell you that story. I want you to know and see the actual steps that I take, because we can all be inspired by someone's story. I can be inspired by your story, but what helps is when I know exactly what you did, and if I can apply those things to my life so I can have a transformational life. And why is this important to me? as I was working with those college students, those leaders, those school districts, those administrators, all of those people, I realized that if we all embrace our level of brilliance, if we all let our light shine, and I know this is going to sound cliche, but I truly believe that the world will be a better place. I believe in synergy. If I'm working at my optimal level, I am going to attract opportunities that are at that level. You may be an opportunity and we can partner together, and then our brilliance together will be even more brighter. So I hope that makes sense. And again, it sounds woo-woo, it sounds cliche, but if your company is not at the level that it should be, professional training or any more leadership training or marketing training or ads training or B2B training or diversity, equity, and inclusion training, none of that is going to matter until you get at the core of who the person is in your company, because we like to talk about the company or the system, like the education system or the corporations. But guess what? Those aren't people. We in our physical bodies make up the education system, the company, the corporation. We make those up as a collective group. So when the individual gets right, then the collective group can get right. And then that's where we see the system changing and transforming at the highest level. So that's what I love to do. I've worked with people personally or individually, like personal coaching. I've worked with groups coaching. I've done so many workshops, especially in the education setting. And now I get to take what I've learned through my entire journey as an educator and bring it to like the masses, right? Because I realized that while I was teaching in college, undergraduate students and graduate students, I even worked with some doctoral students. That was only a small group, and I was only confined in a certain space, and I couldn't really take them to the level that I wanted to take them. And it wasn't until I started working outside of those parameters to really get at the core, because when people invest in themselves, they really take the risk necessary to transform their lives. So I'm excited that you're on this journey with me. I'm excited that you are going to continue to learn with me, because we are learning together, and I look forward to hearing from you. And feel free to leave any comments down below and reach out to me on any of the platforms. Again, I am Dr. V, and remember to be well, be empowered, be bold, and be brilliant. So until next time, bye.